Let's get away, mystery lady. I know the world is going crazy, but I can see you having my baby. Let's get away. Let's get away, mystery lady. Baby. Let's get away. Let's get away, mystery lady. I know the world is going crazy, but I can see you having my... Let's get away, mystery lady. I know the world is going crazy. I can see you having my baby. Let's get away. Let's get away, mystery lady. I know the world is going crazy.
Jamille, I remember in 2006 when you decided to go to Atlanta. I wasn't really excited about you going, but I saw that you were determined to go. Because when you were on your way, the car broke down, and you got out of your car and got into your cousin's car and had your car towed back home and kept going to Atlanta. And then from there, I just saw how you began to bloom. And you had your ups, you had your downs. And even though I was here and you were there, I was still just a phone call away. And we talked every day. It's just been exciting to see how you've grown, how you've changed your way of thinking, how you've enlightened me in your journey, how you've shared so much knowledge, and you've taught me so much. You've taught me how to think for myself. You've taught me how to investigate for myself and seek out the truth. And that's something that I never did before. And I'm really grateful for that. It has taken a lot of courage for you to do the things you've done. You have made me proud. I'm excited for you. I love you. I admire you. You encourage me to pursue the best me that I can possibly be. In all that I do, I share with you. And I'm grateful for that, and I love you.
Mystery lady, I know the world is going crazy. I can see you having my baby. Let's get away. Let's get away, mystery lady. I know the world is going crazy. I can see you having my baby. Good morning, everybody. Quarrels.
Good morning.
Oh, the sun's shining bright there in Indianapolis. Must be nice.
It's the snow. It's the reflection of the snow.
Oh, man. Well, I guess I can't tell you about our weather down here then, because I don't want to
Don't you dare.
Yeah, I don't want to sound like
I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear about y'all's weather down there. I could care less.
We love y'all. Well, at least I
No,
do.
you don't. No, you don't.
Y'all got to excuse
We gonna
this.
send some of this joy down your way. Some of this joy for snow.
No.
This cool breeze. You don't want a cool breeze? Just a little bit.
Listen, when I go to the refrigerator, I get all the cool breeze on it.
It's not cool enough. The refrigerator don't do it for you.
Nah, it's
You
getting
got to get you that real stuff.
It's getting kind of nippy here. It is. But good to see your face, man. We got a good show today. We got our guest, one of the really good friends to the show, Mr. Naldi Beats. He's going to be coming in at the end and the latter part of the show to talk about his musicianship. He's been a phenomenal friend to the show, and I can't even brag on him enough. The brother's turnaround is like, I'm like, hey, man, I need an intro, a promo, boom, boom, boom. And he be like, all right, give me 20 minutes. And the brother comes up with some major stuff. Be like, okay, great. This is amazing. But we got him coming on the show later. We got a Judge Mathis. Our Judge Mathis is gonna be coming on. Y'all hear my beautiful mother's voice. She's she did the voiceover. And let me tell you something. When we recorded that, we were both crying, okay? But I'm a G. You hear me? Good morning, Carolyn. Good morning. Glad to see you again. Another show, another round.
Good morning.
Good morning. But to keep the show going, we got all these things popping off, and we only got an hour. Q Quarrels, do you have a fun fact for us today?
I do. I have a couple of them. Just gonna go over some fun facts that you may or may not have known about MLK.
That is a fun fact.
Want to hear a fun fact? It's like a fun fact.
Another fun fact.
Here's a fun fact.
Or not so
Fun fact.
Or here's another not so fun fact.
Not so much fun anymore, is it?
All right, so we're going to jump right into it. So, yesterday, of course, was the birthday of our beloved Martin Luther King, the civil rights leader. And so he was born January 15th, 1929, but he was not Martin. He was Michael. His name was, yes. So his father's name was Michael as well, but during his father's travels, he went over to Germany and was inspired so much by Martin Luther, which was the Protestant Reformation leader. He was so inspired by him that he came back and he changed his name to Martin Luther, as well as his, at the time, 5-year-old son, Martin Luther King Jr., as we know him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then also Martin Luther King entered college at the age of 15. So he skipped ninth grade. So basically, it sounds like he only did sophomore, junior year. So he was accepted into Morehouse, okay, and he skipped the ninth grade and the 12th grade, and just went straight on into college at 15.
Mm.
Okay. Another thing, Martin Luther King received his doctorate in systematic theology. Okay. So it was just a comparison of such, and a more hardcore look onto theology as we know it today. Let's see. His I Have a Dream speech was not his first speech at the Lincoln Memorial. So before the March on Washington, he did a prayer pilgrimage for freedom. And that's kind of what steered him over into the civil rights and put him in that leadership role. He was also in prison almost 30 times through the duration of his life. And a decade before he was assassinated in 1968, in 1958, September 20th to be exact, he was doing a book signing, and a woman by the name of Isola Ware Curry came up to him and asked him, okay, are you Martin Luther King Jr.? He said yes. She pulled out a letter opener, a sharp letter opener, and stabbed him near the heart.
Well, damn.
Yes. So they told him if he had have sneezed wrong, if that would have did anything to his aorta, he'd have died. So let's see. And then King's last public speech foretold his death. So it says King had come to.
Martin Luther King Jr. traveled to Memphis, Tennessee to lead a group of striking sanitation workers.
What? Hold on. I'm having technical difficulties here.
Against his life, which had escalated as his message grew from seeking racial equality to also seeking economic equality. The threats against his life were real. Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated.
Okay. I don't know what just happened there, but that wasn't going on before that. Okay. So, and then also his going into his stance on civil rights and so on. Clearly, we know that during the latter parts of his life, his stance changed, and thus the conspiracy of his death came about, in that the killer, his murderer, was not the only person who was involved in this case. So after his assassination, his wife reopened that case based on that conspiracy. And also his mother also passed away after being slain. Well, she didn't pass away, she was murdered.
I was about to say.
She was murdered while in the same church that him and his father preached at, which was in Atlanta, Georgia. So, and this was a black man that did it, and apparently had a problem with Christians. So,
Or he was sent by the FBI and CIA, and that was the cover up that they used.
yeah, yep. So it's a lot of conspiracy wrapped around both him and his mother's death.
Well, you know, in
So
1999, the United States government was found guilty of the conspiracy to kill Martin Luther King. Don't want to leave that out.
yes, yep,
And nobody was
that
held
is
accountable
real.
for that. Nobody at all. Like, nothing that ever happens to us is ever held accountable. All the institutions just do. They say, I'm sorry, and then they continue to do the same thing to anybody else that
Over and over again.
rears their head. Right. So when you get into the Martin Luther King, the irony behind this man's legacy is that he started off as a kid, basically, and he risked and sacrificed his life for the people in pursuit of our liberation and our freedom against these corporations and institutions that have to keep us oppressed so that they maintain their power. Now, the irony behind that is today, the same people that he risked his life for and sacrificed his life for, they cannot wait to spend their money or give their energy to the same institutions and corporations. It's really bad. The social engineering of the mind is very baffling. um, Talking to people that were so gung ho about voting and getting Trump out of here, those same people will turn the other way and go shop frivolously with corporations that have knowingly called you or done things to you because of the color of your skin. And then the rebuttal from those same people
And our leaders.
and our
So
leaders is, well, everybody's racist and it's going to take time. I'm telling you, people, we are living in the matrix because the more and more conversations I have, I am befuddled. I'm like, so don't nobody want to be free? Nobody? And
oh,
it brings me back to the phrase that Harriet Tubman said. She said she freed 300, but she could have freed thousands had they realized they were slaves. Go ahead, Kiana.
and I was getting ready to say as well that at he was the youngest to receive the Nobel Peace Prize at 35. So, and I just want to let you know as well. Okay, this is we are live, and my father is in town because his birthday was yesterday as well. So I drove to Dayton to pick my father up, and he's here. So if you hear the noise in the background, he's staying here. And of course, this is the house that everybody is trying to visit. So yes, I am trying to keep things quiet in the background. And yeah.
It's not working. What's up, Pop Pop? I heard Tootie back there having she's building a house, an entire house.
Yes. Well, she's upset because they came to pick my dad up to take him to breakfast, and she wanted to go. So that's where that comes from.
Okay. Well, thank you
So
for the
I
fun fact.
apologize, everybody.
Oh, you good. Thank you for the fun fact. What's up? What's up, Lynn? What's up, Cuzzo? What's up, Edward? Glad y'all could tune in. We're gonna go ahead and bring on Judge Mathis because I think he has something to say, whether or not your boy, Mr. Donald, is gonna leave or not. I don't think he's gonna leave.
He's not. He's not going nowhere. It's an extra room built in for y'all. Might as well all get comfy, cozy, y'all up in that thing. All of y'all.
Judge, you there?
Hello?
Judge Mathis, my guy. You still out in Detroit, brother?
Yes. Sir, where else would I be? That's a dumb question.
I apologize, Judge. That was a dumb question because you are Detroit to the end. And I appreciate that, man.
Yes, I am, sir.
So let me get your take on the Donald. I don't think he's gonna leave this upcoming week. Do you think he's gonna leave?
No, sir. Do you see? Have you been watching the news?
No.
He's not gonna leave.
Nah, I haven't been watching it.
Indirectly staged a coup, sir.
He did. Did you see Did you see the police officers letting the cats into the Capitol?
Yes, I did, sir. He staged a coup. And you know why they call it a coup? Because you have to be cuckoo in order to do something like that, sir. And he fits the profile.
Yeah, so what you think's gonna happen though? I mean, you being the judge now, what can you do? What can be done?
You can't do. They're not gonna do anything to him. They're not. If that would have been Black Lives Matter, they would have tarred, feathered us, beat us, and discontinued the Popeyes chicken sandwich, sir. They're not gonna do anything to him. They're just not.
Did you say discontinue the Popeyes chicken sandwich?
Yes, they would have taken that from us unfairly and unjustly, but they're going to let this man continue to do whatever the hell he wants, sir.
Well, I personally wish they would take the Popeyes chicken away from us because we acted an ass with it. But that's neither here nor there.
Boy.
It's delicious, sir. I like it. I don't want them to take it away, sir.
Yeah. So tell me, what do you think? I mean, you're saying that nothing's gonna happen, which I kind of agree with you. But what do you think would happen if something were to happen?
I can't say that, sir. It's gonna be, people are gonna get shot. That's all I know. More people are gonna get shot. I don't know who, but I just know it's gonna happen, sir. That's what I've seen. Better security at a baby shower.
I've been seeing the memes, man, about the security at that Capitol, and we can make a bunch of funny stuff out of some tragic or whatever. It's like,
oh my gosh,
man,
can't we? Oh my goodness.
When I saw this meme of some ushers from a black church guarding the Capitol, I was like,
and that's how it is. If I would have brought down some of the ushers from Detroit with the white gloves, they wouldn't have let them in, sir. They wouldn't have let them in.
I tell you, them ushers at the black church are gangsters. They don't have no gum in your mouth. They just walk up to you and be like,
They would have handed you They would have handed them a peppermint and said, "You have to wait outside."
No, I handed them a peppermint.
They walked right in like it was a damn Waffle House, sir. Did you see that?
Yeah, I mean, they were climbing the walls. I was like, is this the Avengers Apocalypse 2 or something?
No. You know why they were doing that, sir? Because they were all dope fiends, sir. They were all crackheads. Only crackheads can scale a wall that fast, sir. That's it.
Because they were all crackheads.
Everybody's a crackhead to judge.
There were thousands of crackheads out there, sir. You saw the pictures. You saw the pictures on the internet, sir. None of those people had teeth, sir.
They didn't. They didn't.
Yo, I saw.
There were thousands of people in front of the Capitol, and there were only 5 teeth amongst all the people there.
Only 5.
Yo, when I saw them people in wheelchairs, I was like, who brought you?
Right.
Like, if we needed to run, you were on your own, Jethro.
You can't do that. Who pushed you up to the Capitol, sir? Who did that?
If they would have
The
got to
security.
shooting, you'd have just saw people like, oh shit, gotta get out this month.
That is dope fiend behavior, sir. That's all that's what it is. They didn't want to recount the
Dolphin
votes.
behavior.
They didn't want to recount the votes, ma'am. They were looking for crack inside the Capitol. That's what they were doing. It looked like World War Z of the crackheads, sir. Only dope fiends bust out windows. That's what they do in Detroit, sir. They bust out your windows and steal all the copper pipes out of your house, sir. That's what they're going to do to the Capitol.
What's up, good? What's up, Dave? They was looking for crack at the Capitol. Whew.
Yeah.
What's up, cuz? Yeah. I thought it was like a movie, man. I was like, what's going on? Is the judge? Let me ask you this before we let you go. Did you get an office in the Capitol now? Everybody's office is destroyed now, and I think that you should get your own office there to help rebuild.
I do too.
Of course.
You got to get out of
I
Detroit.
should get an office. I should be on the Supreme Court of Justices. They should appoint me, sir, because none of this would happen if I was there.
What would you have done different?
I live by this old African proverb called "I wish a nigga would." That's what I live
by. What country in Africa?
Where? Yes. Do
That's
tell.
an old Kenyan proverb, sir. That I love.
Kenyan.
Look, they gonna be coming for you, boy. You done messed up.
Baby.
Oh, Judge, you are off the chain, man. Well, hey, I appreciate you coming through, man. We need to get you on that staff, man. So, that proverb, man, like don't cross this here gun line here. Don't you do that.
No. Because I'm not handing out sentences, sir. I'm busting caps in the Capitol, sir. That's what I plan on doing.
That's what we need. We need that. We need you.
You busting caps in it?
That's right. If you climb my wall, I'm shooting you off my wall like duck hunting on Nintendo, sir. Do you remember that, sir? That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, you are.
Shoot you off my wall.
You are Detroit to the death, brother. I know that's right. Hey, well, listen, Judge, I appreciate you stopping by, man. You got my eyes. I gotta dry my eyes real quick before we bring on the next guest. But I appreciate you coming, brother.
Me too.
Anytime, sir. Call me anytime. Thank you and enjoy your weekend, sirs and ma'am.
All right, take care.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh! Look, when we bring Judge on, I'll be like, "What is he gonna say?" Like, we need some type of censorship, buddy.
Baby, listen. When he said it wasn't nothing but 5 teeth
out of
in that
all
whole
them people. Yes, duck hunt. Yes, she duck hunt. All right, man. This show is moving right on along. I guess it's when you get older, your eyes start getting wet when you laugh. I never experienced this growing up as a kid.
It's an automatic thing. It's involuntary at that point.
Yeah, your eyes be like, we old, motherfucker. Don't do this. Well, listen.
Yeah.
We about to bring on my brother to the show. your brother to the show. One of the finest producers this country has ever produced. And I'm saying that because, yes, I'm biased. This brother is more than amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together right now. Going, yo, man, how did you get started? I want to build up before we get to where you at right now, because where you like a producing machine. Like, do you don't have help, do you?
No, I would like so, but yeah, it's all me.
Okay, so how did you get started? Like, were you a musician in church, or did you go take music classes? Atlanta?
Yes. Well, when I graduated from FAMU, I graduated a semester before my wife did. Well, at the time, a girlfriend. So I moved down to Tampa first.
Mm-hmm.
So I moved down there. We were going to start our life in Tampa, Florida, and she was ready to get out of Tampa, and I was ready to get out of Tampa too. So we were just going to pick a point on the map to just start our life.
Yeah.
So you have some.
Because y'all be so politically correct. You know, a lot of this music is challenging, but it's a place for everything, you know. Oh, no, you don't. Yes, you do.
But it's something.
Link out because it's getting real good. Naldi is breaking it down for us. So you were in Florida on that. What's good, B? You know what I'm saying? What's good, Ma? your wife was like, "Why you talking like that? Yo, why you playing me like that, Ma?" You know what I mean?
It wasn't that deep, but I was definitely listening to the music though.
Yeah. I never got into I was slow to get into hip hop, like, cause I grew up in like a cult of a of a religion where everything was sending you to hell. You drink too much water, you know you're going to hell for that water, boy. You know you are.
Oh man.
So we didn't get to listen to worldly music, but my brother, he was always sneaking around doing shit that we weren't supposed to do, and he introduced me to Eddie Murphy Raw. He introduced me to Richard Pryor. He introduced me to Eric B. and Rakim. And so, you know, the first time I heard Eric B. and Rakim, I'm in the backseat like, what is this?
Right.
And so from then on, like, I just started listening to Tupac, and I was like, yo, this is some major stuff. And I know I'm probably dating myself, but, you know, hip hop back then was fun and powerful. It was more unification, liberation, or just let's have fun in high school type deal. And then I saw it switch in the 90s for that murder, gang, bang, bang, kill. Go ahead, Kiana.
So when did you know that this is what you wanted to do? When did you know that, oh, okay, this is what I'm getting ready to do for?
After he made that diss track to his people.
You know it. But I would say around 8th grade, because when I first made it to middle school, my mom asked me, did I want to go into band? I was like, you know what? No, band is for nerds. That's for geeks. But
I played the flute. No.
But hey, I'm backtracking on that because all of my friends were in the band.
Yeah.
Like we had a bomb threat one time, and they all snuck into the band room, grabbed their instruments. They were just playing out in the field. Just
damn, y'all about to die, and y'all like, well, we gonna go out with this beat.
Right.
We knew who called. Yeah.
Okay.
The statutes of limitation won't allow me to tell his name, but yeah, we know who did it.
Right. But yeah, we all my friends, they were in the band, and that's when I really got inclined to music, around 8th grade. So like when I hit 9th grade, I was just all into music. Like I was in the cafeteria, banging on the tables, freestyling with everybody. But I realized that I don't want to be a rapper. When I fell in love with music, I want to be the background, you know, the shy guy in the back.
You're gonna make more money that way too.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I think half of my budget from half of my income went to Naldi last year. No, I'm just playing.
Hey, I appreciate you, brother.
Hey, Naldi put up a beat. I'll be like, I need that.
Hey, you made it to the Christmas list, my brother. I appreciate you.
But nah, he puts out some beautiful music. So, are you into? Is it just music production for like artists? Or are you into like soundtracks and music, like background music for movies and things of that nature, or like, because I know you did the voiceover for me on several of my intros. Is that something that you typically do a lot, or was that just unique for my platforms?
I actually am trying to get into all of it, whether it be scoring, for videos, because I actually want to get into video editing as well. So that's why I'm trying to upgrade my equipment so I could actually do it. But if it has something to do with audio and video, I want to be hands-on with it. So I appreciate you asking me to do that, because you kind of got me, got the ball rolling as far as going down that route.
Man, you're phenomenal. So I have friends all over the country. And I had that the morning show promo. It was streaming on a couple platforms, and I would just get hit up out the blue. Hey man, I just heard the commercial for your morning show.
Yeah,
and they'd be super geeked, and so the times that they would call me, I was in the middle of something. I'm like, yeah, it's dope, ain't it?
But I'm not even gonna stunt. I got a couple of those too. Like, I saw the commercial. Oh, so y'all big time now. Y'all, yeah. So I got a couple of those too.
And so when I got off the phone with them, I just started to reflect on the conversation. I was like, man, that does sound super official. And now that you turned it around in like what, 48 hours?
Hey, because I was motivated as soon as you gave me the request. I was like, all right. Somebody wants me to do work for them? Okay. Like, this is just, me making beats for myself, or if somebody needs me, all right, I'm on it.
Oh, man. Get in the game now. You're starting. So you're in Atlanta right now. Before the pandemic, did you find yourself at the studios a lot? Or are you the producer that you don't want to hang out at the studio? You want to do your stuff in-house and then send it to the studio?
I am willing to do all of it. I didn't find myself in the studio a lot. Someone asked me something similar the other day, like, is all the action here in Atlanta? It is what you make it. So I got to Atlanta super motivated. I had friends in the music industry, going studio to studio, but life hits you and you start working that full-time job. And you got to have a reason to be in the studio with someone, instead of just being that, that guy just sitting in the corner. So I started, I got a little room in the basement. So I had a couple people record here every now and then. But I found that it's enjoyable to make the music and send it out, like put it on my platform, naldibeats.com. Put it.
Oh, trust and believe, we about to plug you, brother. naldibeats.com, by the way. But anyway, like I was saying.
So it's all about the energy of the people that you work with. Yeah. So if I could work in the studio with some people with some great energy, or if I could provide, that great energy, that's amazing. But for the most placement, in your boxer shorts and just making some music, that's the best feeling in the world.
Eating some cereal, babe. I'll be up in a minute. Got this beat to work on.
Exactly, because I've worked with a couple people that was awesome, and the last time I worked with someone, I was like, you know what, never again.
Yeah, be like that sometimes.
Yeah, they need to take smoke breaks. They all kinds of mess, but we will get to that. But yeah, it depends on the energy.
I went to a studio once with one of my guys. I forget why we went. Now he went to see a dude there, it was the dude that ran the studio. And my guy was like, yo, my guy right here, he raps talking about me. And the dude was like, okay, word, we can work together. And it was a nice build out. And so I go back, like he was taking us on a tour. It was still being built out. And we go into this booth where these younger guys were about to record. These jokers was super high, which I'm not talking about your process. But then I just, I wanted to sit in on the session a little bit. And what they was saying, and I looked at his face and he just was like, whew. but he's like, yeah, that money is right though, but whew. Yeah. So right now, I just heard your newest post that you posted on Instagram was that Aaliyah remix, which was phenomenal. Every time I hear your stuff, I have to give you a couple flames. It's like,
and I appreciate all the love.
Wait a minute.
There was this one track, man, that you played, and I was like, I want that, but that's $1 million track. I don't have it, but that mug was all I could do. And I got all this music that I got from you last year, and like I told you, I've been in such a mode where I have writer's block, and but I'm gonna revisit them, and hopefully this year I can get with you and we get this EP together.
Let's do it.
Yeah, you've been a really good resource and helpful to me. In 2021, what is it that no, matter of fact, do you have children?
No.
Okay. I want to touch on what you said about life kicks in. I wish that I would have known the stuff that I knew in my 30s, in my teens. Therefore, I could have avoided waiting until I become an adult with all these extra responsibilities to start pursuing stuff. Because when you start pursuing it as an adult, now you got car payments, you got mortgage, you got rent, you might have children, you have all these other things. But when you're a child, when you're like, or early adolescence in your teens or something, you don't have nothing to do. That's why you get in. That's why we get into so much trouble a lot of times. If we don't have nothing to do, then the curious mind gets to work, and you go, well, let's do this. Oh, that sets off alarm. Oh, I'm going to jail. Oh, I'm sorry. Game over. But there's voices like yours and other creatives that need to really be heard by the youth to be like, hey, now's a perfect time. Why are you living with your parents? You don't have no bills. You don't have, you don't have no kids, hopefully. Now's the time to start really investing in 20 years. Start doing it right now while you don't have any overhead. And it's ironic how you look around and there's no real movement of I mean, it's growing. You see little pockets of it, but it's like, yo, as Coach Willie Earl would say, we need to huddle up and and start getting these minds pumping out. So if you could do anything you wanted to do in your life right now, would it be music? Or is music like just a pivot to something else?
All right.
It would be music, because that's always something that I've always gone back to. Ever since I got started into it, is like I was super into collecting CDs. Whenever you see a live show, I'm looking right at the guitarist, just seeing how he moves. But I'm kind of glad of where I am because, like how you were saying, speaking to the youth, I actually work with youth, and I talk to them all the time.
Yeah.
Big
I
brother
was gonna ask
Naldi.
that. Yeah.
I try to be, but that's one of my main personal goals that I try to talk to them about is what is your passion, what is your goal, and you don't have to wait until you're an adult to start. So if you want to be a rapper, start making your music now, but also learn about how to book a show or how to sell your music. If you want to be a barber, you could get your license at 16,
And make a grown man's wage at 16.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
If you got, you get the business right. So do your mentees know that you're a producer?
Yes, they do. I let them know, because I let them know where I messed up at in certain areas. I let them know where I was successful at. So if they say they want to do music, it's like, all right, well, I've done music, and here's a situation where I was a procrastinator and that cost me money. So you are procrastinating on getting these things done. Let me tell you about how I missed out on a whole bunch of money. On my own personal life story. So, sometimes you have to use your own personal life stories to reach them.
Yeah, almost all the time. The metaphors don't work. You got to. Well, see this scratch right here? That's where my arm got chopped off for doing some dumb shit that you about to do. So you don't want to do that.
Well, all right, Grandpa. All
Right.
right.
Yeah, that's good, man. I tried to I try to do a lot of stuff on my own, and I've learned that it's good to give it to the people that actually know what they're doing, instead of me having to learn the curve and just be okay. Like I like my stuff to be like up to par. So with that being said, I had bought a keyboard because I was going to teach myself how to play the piano. And I got on YouTube's
YouTube University. Yep.
YouTube University.
Yep.
I learned a broken version of Mary Had a Little Lamb, and I retired. I hung my hat on Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Me and the guitar. Yep.
I picked up some editing, so I picked up Logic one time, and I was like, I'm about to learn how to make music. I'm tired of dealing with these flaky producers. I opened the app and I closed it. I was like, nope, I'm just gonna keep dealing with flaky producers.
That's okay. I'll take care of that for you.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. You got it. So, do you plan on having children? Is that a desire?
If it happens, it happens. That's where I'm with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was going to ask, would music be something that you sort of attempt to pass on?
Yes. Well, I would basically expose, like how my mom did and my parents, expose you to as many things as possible, and you latch on to whatever you latch on to. But I would just make sure that I put you in a position to be introduced to everything positive.
Yeah. So when I was going forward, when I was full-time stand-up comic, or heavily pursuing that career at a higher height, I would hear people say, this is my purpose. This is what I'm supposed to do. I never really attached myself to that saying because it didn't make sense to me. And here's why I say that. People will say Michael Jordan was meant to play basketball. And then I say Michael Jordan was meant to be great at whatever it was that he undertook to do. And I say that because Michael Jordan wasn't a good basketball player starting out. Like, he got cut in high school. It was his work ethic. It was his determination, discipline, dedication, all these, attributes that what got him to being who we know today. So had he applied that same thing with being a barber, a landscaper, a scientist, whatever, you would have been getting Michael Jordan, whatever. Michael Jordan ink pen. I gotta spend $600 on this Michael Jordan ink pen.
He would have been a hell of an accountant.
Oh, I mean, I saw where Kobe, he had already, because Kobe had went over to the finance industry, and I had saw somewhere where something that he had created had accumulated $25 billion. So this is what I'm talking about when people say I was born to do this. No. You was born to be the greatest version that you could be, and in the process of that, help to inspire others for them to see the light within themselves. Because I never limited myself to just a stand-up comic. When you look at social media, a lot of comics will say comedian such and such, comedian such and such, and I was like, but I'm more than that. So that's why I'm asking you about the music. Like, what else would that be your full thing? But yeah, so are you into like orchestras and stuff?
I am trying to learn because I love marching band. So I'm trying to study the marching band, how they put everything together, so I could try to make some marching band type instrumentals.
Like our intro.
Yeah.
That's dope. I wanted to get into instrumentation as a kid. I just as what I did with the piano, the keyboard. I picked up a trumpet, and see, I was never supposed to be anywhere around music because I grew up watching my brother, and I would just be amazed at him. He couldn't read music, but any instrument he put his hands on, he'd just start me like, "Damn, that sound good." And so I was never supposed to touch an instrument, but because my older brother did, I grabbed the trumpet. And again, I learned a broken version of Mary Had a Little Lamb, and I retired. I was like, I don't know what it is about Mary having that little lamb that I'm like, once I'm done. I came, I saw, I conquered.
Yeah, my wife, she bought me a trumpet a couple of years ago, and she regrets every minute of it now. I can't practice in the house without her giving me ugly looks. I have to wait till I'm home alone so I can toot my own horn.
You should do like that one guy. Kiana, you remember that video of that one guy that he put the karaoke speaker while his wife was sleeping and he started singing to her?
She was so
You're late
bad.
for work,
She was
right?
so, yeah, she was so bad. Yeah.
Hey, you should do that for her birthday. Wake her up like.
So you are actually practicing the trumpet so that is a instrument that you are working with now.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. That's one that I always had an interest in because at first I thought it would be so easy because there's only 3 vowels, but I was totally wrong.
Sadly,
Sadly.
So who do you listen to jazz music, and if so, what are your influences? Where do your influences come from with that? There are a lot of fire trumpet players,
I do. Theo Croker, if I'm saying his name right. I love his music.
Okay.
Giant Steps, Coltrane. That's one of my favorite songs. Of course, Miles Davis. And after that, if it sounds good, I'm listening to it.
Okay.
But I just wanted to pick an instrument that I would stick to as somebody says, because I always had the dream that somebody would just pick me out of crowd, be like, hey, jump on stage.
You're up.
And I would know what I'm doing. So I'm just trying to at least have one instrument that I can, just hop on stage with to play something.
You know what about music is it's astonishing how we sort of, I think, based about how it's disseminated and packaged now, we don't understand the power behind it. So they've removed music from a lot of the public schools.
Yeah.
But music, specifically hip hop, is like one of the biggest exports of this country.
Oh yeah.
So we've been conditioned to just think music is just like a penny or a pencil. It's a huge industry that the people that create it, they're not getting half of that.
Yeah. Billions of dollars.
But music is amazing. It does a lot. There's science to the music, to music. I read where if you're pregnant, and if you play jazz on your belly, that will enhance your baby's IQ.
That's right.
I I have a testimony to that. Okay.
Hey, shake it.
When, okay, listen. So when we were at Indiana State University, Jamil and I went to school together, and I was pregnant with Madison my senior year, and I stayed in Sanderson, and we used to sit in the lounge area or whatever. And I promise you not, I used to play Sentimental Mood all the time, and I would take
that's Miles Davis, right? Miles Davis.
No, that's Coltrane.
Coltrane, okay.
Ellington, I think Duke Ellington. I think.
Yes,
I think
it's Coltrane and Duke.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. So I took the headphones and I would put it on my stomach, and I kid you not, Madison would like all kinds of. It looked like an alien was in my stomach, and she would just move and move, and it was wild. And I would take them off, and she'd stop, and I put it back on, and she. So from then on, I would play jazz music and like on my stomach, and to this day, Madison loves jazz music.
I'm glad I didn't see that, because I would have got up and ran.
Yeah.
Like, what is that?
it was, and she was a huge baby, so like her moving around, it was like, yeah, it was wild, but it was amazing though.
Was that in Love Jones?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
It was in Love Jones, and it was also in the Cosby Show. The Sentimental Mood has been around, okay?
Yeah, that is my jam. That is my jam. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that just shows the power of music.
Mm-hmm.
It can bring peace, it can bring war, it can bring love, it can bring, all this type of stuff.
Yeah, it's a language.
But when she was born, did she cry or did she go scat scat skiddly wee?
Skiddly dee dee. Hey, mama.
She came out scatting. Yeah.
Yo, the doctor would have threw Madison half across the room. You come out scatting if you want to. Give her the vaccine now.
She did a Tony Baker run. Skip that diddly dee.
So now, can you sing a little bit? Does your wife sing? Does anybody around you help?
Not at all. Not at all. Every now and then I come up with an idea, try to with a beat that I've made, try to sing a chorus, but no one else will ever hear it.
Oh, okay. You make some little auto tunes with it, and you'll be all right.
Well, okay.
Everybody's an R&B singer when you get a hold of auto tune.
Right. But nah, I couldn't do it. And plus, if God knew what He was doing, because if I could sing, He can do anything with me.
Now they walk around 285 with no shirt on, talking about, I'm working on my inspiration, people. Just keep going.
Right. In my Jodeci short suit with my boots on.
With your wife pouring water over you. This is cinematic, right, baby. Keep it coming.
That's right.
If I had one wish. That's cool, man. So what would be an ideal business situation for Naldi Beats?
The ideal business situation for me is having my e-commerce program where I would either sell music to be licensed to television, any type of film, basically a production house. So whether it just be myself or ideally a team of producers, and we just produce music for any musical needs, whether it be for artists, for background in commercials, for podcasts, for just any kind of musical need, just that one hub.
Well, you're in Atlanta, so
Mm-hmm.
matter of fact, now that I know you're here, I can try to send you some of the resources that I used to use when I was doing certain television and film stuff.
Okay.
Because there's space, there's definitely space, and a lot of these platforms they're always looking for some newer content. And I don't mean when I say newer, I mean just different because everything starts to sound the same after a while. The trend starts to be like, oh, well, this has been recycled and recycled and recycled. So when you come with that trumpet, that and then that bass kick or something, and you hear that Naldi beats, then they like get that guy in here right now.
Well, hey, I definitely appreciate it. And I was telling my wife the other day, I said, this Jamille guy, I haven't met him yet, but he's amazing.
This Jamille, when somebody starts a sentence like that, this Jamille guy's an asshole,
I stumbled across your page on Instagram, and it's been great ever since.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? Yeah, that's what's up, man. But hey, I hope that because I know on Facebook I had a couple people reach out to me and ask me, how did I get the different productions that I got, and I would always send them your way. And I hope anybody that's listening, if you want to get a podcast going, if you want music for your films, anything that has to do with music, start with naldibeats.com. Start there. Go to his IG right now. It's at Naldi Beats. This guy, the website's loaded with goodies. With goodies at a nice price too.
Okay.
I get kind of nervous though when I would get beats from producers that had a website, because then I start reading the license and I was like, it sounds like Puff Daddy. Like I got nervous, but once I built a rapport with Naldi, I was like, all right, we good. Because man, I bought a beat, and this brother sent me like 20 pages of a contract, and I'm reading through. I'm like, no, we're not doing that. No, but whatever. I still might use it one day, but.
Hey, I definitely appreciate it, and yes, I have made a sale off of your recommendation through Facebook. So,
Look at that networking.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be for a show. Like if you have for your website or something, you need some good music. You need something that's custom to who you are. Holla at Naldi. And then throw me about 10% on that thing too. No, I'm just
Finder's fee.
You know what?
Finder's fee.
Seriously, I have been thinking about that. We do need to work something out.
Nah, I'm good, man. No, you good. You don't owe me nothing, brother. Man, what's up, DJ Godzilla?
Hey.
The other brother to the show. Appreciate you coming through, fam. Hey, but Naldi, if you got anything else left to say to the people, go ahead and say it, man. It's been a pleasure having you on the show. And we got to link up, man. There's a studio session with our name on it.
Okay, let's do it.
And a platinum album.
Platinum plaques. Let's go. I'm ready. But once again, Naldi Beats, that's the name. On Instagram, I am at Naldi Beats. My website is naldibeats.com. I have a plethora of beats. I try to switch genres as much as possible so I could, help everybody on every different level. But if you have any requests, just hit me up in the comment section and I'll try to get to you as soon as possible. And thank you for having me on the show. Jamille, Miss Quarles, it's amazing talking to both of you.
Thank you for coming on.
All right, brother. Appreciate you, man. Be safe, man. I'm going to reach out to you later on today, too.
All right. Y'all take care.
All right. Peace. Okay. Shoot, while Naldi playing, I'm about to tap into all of those other markets. I'm about to sing opera. I'm about to do a little I'm bringing disco back. I'm gonna bring. I don't know why Disco left. Come back, Disco.
Oh my gosh.
But I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna wear them little tight pants with the bell bottoms and the rayon shirt with the butterfly
Please
that
don't.
show a little chest hair.
Please don't. with a tiny gold necklace.
Yeah, and
Please spare us.
So my daddy had a sunroof haircut. Like he didn't have no hair at the top right here. The sunroof was open, but then he had all the bush
around. Yeah, that was a George Jefferson.
Yeah, and then he put the little activator in his little chops, and they be curly and stuff. I was like, boy, I know you was hell on wheels, Jack. I know you was. What's up, Dale? He said, leave
Disco where it is, sir. Yes. Yes. Tell him again.
Oh man. Hey,
yes.
You supposed to be supporting me, brother. Don't knock it. Cause I'm gonna start the trend. If these cats can walk around with rayon freaking neon everything braids, I can come back with daggone rayon butter. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But listen, I want to thank everybody for coming into the show. I gotta talk to these people about this software, because the software goes good, then it starts flaking up. Then once you reboot, then it goes good again. I don't know what's going on. But you got anything else to say, Kiana?
No, not on this good snowy day in Indianapolis.
The snow. Do we miss it? No. Well. What was it? I support you, just not suicidal.
I support you, just not suicidal behavior. LOL. I know that's right.
Why would that be suicidal? Man, y'all don't know nothing about no fashion.
You in the butterfly collar shirt, a rayon butterfly collar shirt. You
right.
Trying to coordinate? Is that what you trying to do?
Yeah, with put the little S curl in my beard. Dre says Bunch and Grooves is back and sold out today. Y'all are out and about in the snow in Naptown.
Yes.
Shout out.
Hey.
Shout out to Bunch.
Where y'all at?
Yeah. Dre, you should have shined in with the live and let us see what's popping.
Right.
Being all selfish with the Brunch and Grooves. Put an omelet on the plate and send it to us. Let us see the
Okay.
Let us see the trimmings. But listen, that has been the Jamille Harley Show. I thank everybody for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing y'all next week.
You are now listening to the Jamille Harley Morning Show.